Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me for 2 Minutes with Joe. If you've ever attended one of my seminars or workshops, it's likely you heard me start by giving off a little background information about myself and including the phrase recovering executive director. Now, I say it with tongue in cheek, of course, but I do realize how much that job taught me and it changed me. And I still often reflect on my time in that role. As a consultant, I see a lot of myself from back then in many of the other nonprofit executive directors that I consult with now. I see a lot of personality patterns, and obviously, this does not apply to everybody, so don't take offense if this does not describe you. But maybe it does, and maybe this can help you. As I consult with nonprofits, I begin to see the familiar patterns, and I do my best to share more about my own experiences as a leader, as a manager, as an entrepreneur, and how I can now see that I would have benefited from applying the standards, methods, processes that I now have in the job that I had then as a nonprofit leader. More than once, as I've been consulting with other nonprofit leaders and I start sharing those things, I'm asked if I could be a leadership coach. And once, only one time, I was also asked if I could be a life coach, which these aren't my specialty. I'm not certified in that. I don't want anyone's life in my hands. But perhaps a little leadership coaching. I do offer that executive leadership coaching. And so I thought, if you know this playlist, 2 Minutes for Joe, then you know started it off intending this to change the language and the mindset of nonprofit leaders. The goal has always been to help you think more like a business person, to implement more business practices in your nonprofit. Let's say the words, changing the language, right? To help you with success and sustainability. So I want to deepen that a little bit now. From here on out, as you're watching this playlist, you can expect me to include some tips and advice that I would give you as if we were working together one on one. And I noticed that perhaps you had some of those executive director personality patterns that I've noticed. So grab your coffee, sit with me, and let me offer you a little mini leadership coaching session. The first advice I want to impart is personal value. You can't manage, delegate, and look out and over the day to day to do list if you aren't recognizing your own personal value. And I know we all get mired down into that day to day routine, the rut, the just going on and on and on, instead of really coming up here at this level and feeling like we belong there. So I want you to feel those things. I want you to do whatever you need to do that makes you feel special and feel spectacular, the things that make you stand taller, the things that make you feel like today, watch out, world, here I come. These are the things that really help gain the confidence that you need. Not that I think executive directors don't have a level of confidence, because you know you can do your job, you know you can do all these things, but you don't always feel like you're up here. Sometimes you feel like you're down here just because of all the stuff you have to do. So I want to see you rise above that stuff. I want to see you managing and delegating and being a real leader in this nonprofit world. Maybe that's going out in the morning, working out in the morning, going for a walk in the morning, of course, after your coffee. Um, Maybe it's wearing that item you've been saving for a special occasion. There is no shame in wearing the evening gown to the networking event. I can tell you that. Always better to look, like you have somewhere better to go later, right? Maybe it's blasting the music that makes you dance across the room and singing like no one can hear you, even if they can, and that's okay. They will forgive you. So the point is, when you feel better about yourself, you conduct yourself differently. So take today and me, for example, and I will say this is always a day-to-day battle, but I have more good days, I will say, than I do sort of schlumpy to the to-do list days. Um, but my normal routine is coffee first, of course. Then I do my yoga. And then I normally just sit down at my computer. I start answering emails. I get right down to it. I have my little to-do list in a notebook over here, and I just start doing it. And I'm already in the day to day. You know what I mean? That just happens. Like I'll shower and do all that stuff later. Like when I'm getting ready for my afternoon or going out or something like that. But today I realize I need to feel special. I need to get more done and I need to work smarter instead of harder. And I need to be more effective today. Like today's just my day. I am feeling it. So I got out after coffee. I did my yoga. I took a walk. I came back. I showered. I put on makeup. I did my hair. And most of this is really for you. But because I wanted to put this video out and share these things with you. Today, I'm killing it. Today, I'm going to get so much more done. And I don't mean more as in I'm going to do more things today. I just know that today I'm going to do more things greatly. I'm going to do them greater than I did yesterday because today I really feel like I'm just tackling the world. And I want that for you too. And I want you to be this kick ass person, sorry for the language, who is tackling your day, who is delegating the things. Hopefully, in your nonprofit, you have volunteers, you have committee members, you have board members. All of those, they're your people, they're your village. You need to be delegating things, asking for help, handing over tasks. They are not all on you. They are on the group as a whole. You're the manager, you're the leader, you're the one up here. You should be passing things down. So do whatever you need to do that makes you feel like you're up here so that you can start delegating those things. Um, Being an executive director is a huge job, and I know you can handle it. But when you know your immense worth, you can manage it, you can own it, you can beat it into submission. I know you got this.